Snowmageddon is here. Well, not quite yet. It hasn't started snowing yet, but today's the day. Supposed to be 2 feet of snow today. We'll see how it goes. It is 10 o'clock and it just started snowing. I don't even know if you can see it. It's like very subtle. Maybe just a little bit. I've been in my Boston apartment now for 4 months, and I think it's time for us to do a review. But before we do that, this place is kind of a mess. So I think it's time to clean things up a little bit. So I've officially been living in this apartment for 4 months now, which feels like the perfect amount of time to actually have opinions. Not first week excitement, not full on routine yet, just enough lived in reality. And today feels like a very fitting day to film this because Boston is in the middle of a massive snowstorm. They say we could get more than 20 inches of snow, so if you hear the wind or see the snow flying past the windows, that's just part of the Boston vibe in the wintertime. Overall, this is going to be a very positive review. This apartment has been such a good move for me. Not just the space itself, but what it's allowed me to do and how it's changed my daily life. One of the biggest things I've been working on over these 4 months is getting organized. When I first moved in, everything was a disaster. Very much survival mode. There were boxes piled most of the way to the ceiling and things shoved into every closet and space that I could find. Very much I'll deal with it later energy. And I've made so much progress since then. I finally have systems that make sense for me. Things have homes now. My kitchen is functional. I've gotten rid of a bunch of stuff. My closets are a lot calmer. I can actually find things when I need them, which honestly kind of feels like a luxury. That said, I'm definitely not done. There are still areas that need work. There are still a lot of drawers and cabinets that are kind of chaos. And I'm okay with that. I just know that this apartment is exactly what I need, and I'm making it work for me. It doesn't need to be perfect all at once, all at the same time, like right away. Another huge win has been living in the city. I don't think I really fully realized how much energy commuting was taking out of me. I mean, 2 hours one way every single day was just completely exhausting. It's funny how you put up with that stuff and you don't realize how bad it is until after you've stopped doing it and you don't have to do it anymore. But being close to work has really completely changed my day-to-day life. I don't feel like I'm rushing everywhere. I'm not nearly as stressed before or after work. I'm certainly not as tired. And I have a lot more time, a lot more mental space, and more flexibility, and that has really been priceless. Living here feels efficient in the best way. My life just it flows a lot better. And then there's the grocery store. I've been wanting to tell you about this for a while. The grocery store is literally in the same building that I live in. This might be one of my favorite things. Being able to walk downstairs, grab what I need, and be back home in minutes feels really unreal. I've even figured out how to walk to the grocery store through the parking garage, which feels like a secret winter life hack. No freezing, no battling snowbanks, no dramatic coat situation, just a cozy little walk inside. I'm actually going to post a longer video about it because it's such a game changer for me. One of my absolute favorite parts of living here is how close I am to the North End. Being able to walk there whenever I want feels like such a gift. There are so many Italian coffee shops, bakeries, and little spots that feel like they're straight out of Europe. I already know that I'm going to be reviewing some of them. That's inevitable. I just need the weather to be a little bit above freezing so that I can actually go walk outside. The espresso, the pastries, the atmosphere, it's dangerous in the best way. This area really has added so much joy to my life every single day. And again, all of this is happening while Boston is getting absolutely buried in snow. There's something kind of magical about being warm inside, watching the storm roll through, and knowing I don't have to go anywhere. This apartment feels so cozy today, and it makes me appreciate it even more. I absolutely love how quiet everything is with this much snow on the ground. So 4 months in, I can honestly say this apartment has been such a good decision for me. It's supported my routines, my creativity, my peace of mind, and it's still a work in progress, just like me. If you're thinking about moving to the city, downsizing, or starting fresh somewhere new, I hope this gives you a realistic but encouraging look at what that can feel like over time, not just one day. And if you want to see more organization updates, grocery store walkthroughs, coffee shop reviews, or how this apartment continues to evolve, definitely stick around. There's a lot more coming. Make sure that you like this video and hit subscribe. And if you want to see my videos early, you can join my membership as well. You can find it on the front page of my YouTube channel. Okay, so there's been a lot of people that say that I have way too many things and that I'm very materialistic and I like to brag about what I have. That's not really true. I don't think any of it is really true. So I thought that I could show you some of my things and maybe it would help you understand why I have so many. One of the comments, somebody was like, "You have such childish things." And I thought that was really interesting. So, obviously Mickey Mouse probably is kind of childish. I'm not gonna lie. I bought this Mickey Mouse when I went to the Magic Kingdom for the first time about a year ago. And it's my reminder of being there with my family. When I look at this Mickey Mouse, I don't think, oh, you know, what a childish toy. I think about the day that I spent at the Magic Kingdom with my family. This purse, this handbag, was $500 or $600, I believe. But again, to me, it's not the brand. It's not about showing off that I have something special. It's about, this is what I bought myself for my 40th birthday. I think about the time when I thought that spending $100 on a handbag was completely unreasonable. That was for most of my life, and because I just didn't grow up with a lot of money. So now, the fact that I can buy a $500 handbag once a year, it's more of a reward for myself, number one, for my birthday, and also a reward for all the hard work that it took me to get here. And that's what, there's a lot of Hermes boxes up here, and then there's some over there too. It's kind of the same thing. I have a pair of sandals that cost me $900, and I don't talk about them to brag. I talk about them because it was a birthday present one year, and it's evidence to me of all the hard work that I put in so that I can have nice things. I come from a working class family, and we didn't really have a lot growing up, so that's half of the reason that I display things, because I want to see my accomplishments. And I want that to push me to do the next thing. Okay, so some more things. This penguin I got at the Boston, the New England Aquarium, and it reminds me of the day that I spent with my niece there, which is the day that I got it. Ollie, the octopus, was an $80 octopus from Pottery Barn that I was thinking about getting for weeks. And my niece was like, it's ridiculous for you to spend $80 on an octopus. But he kept haunting me on social media. And then I found him on sale for $20, and I was like, yeah, he's coming home with me. These things, my mom bought me this. We were into the Red Hat Club for a while. So that's where the hat box came from. This is a picture of me and my great-grandma. And this is a picture of my parents' dog, Ginger. She's adorable. The New Kids on the Block, well, they're my favorite band in the whole world, as you can see. So anything that has New Kids on the Block on it, I'm definitely going to have. These are flowers, Jellycat flowers, that I bought for myself for Christmas this year. This lamp, this giraffe lamp, he's very handsome. He's also a little bit goofy, I understand that. But it reminds me of the time that I spent with my niece. We were watching this video and saw this giraffe lamp in somebody's house. And she was like, oh my God, you need a giraffe lamp. And I was like, no, I really don't. And she's like, yeah, you do. And we found it on Amazon. He was like $50. So now I have a giraffe lamp. I have several Jellycats. This one my mom and dad got me for Christmas, which I absolutely love. That handbag was one that I bought for my birthday several years ago. This probably looks a little bit goofy, I'm not gonna lie. It is the inside of a box that came from Hermes. And why is it framed on my wall? Well, this is the first box that I ever bought from Hermes. And again, it's a sign of what I've achieved in my life. To me, it's like a symbol for all of my hard work. And it pushes me to get the next thing. New Kids on the Block albums. That one is autographed. Is it childish? Maybe. But that album reminds me of the day that I spent in New York in 30-degree weather on the sidewalk waiting in line to see them in person and buy this album and have it signed in person. And you might think that 14 hours and 30 degrees is a lot, and it is. I'm not gonna lie. But I met one of my best friends that day, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. This came from the Kennedy Space Center. That was the first time my niece and I went to Orlando. And the Mickey ears that I bought when I was at the Magic Kingdom with my family. You might think that George the giraffe up there is a little bit childish. He probably is. But I don't see a child's toy when I look at that. I see my niece and I going to a grocery store and her seeing this massive giraffe and going, oh my God, you need this giraffe. And me like, no, that thing's probably like $100. He was $16. At Market Basket, we definitely had to bring him home. So yeah, I mean, there's tons of things in here. You can take them all the wrong way if you want to. I have autographs. I have fancy handbags. You know, I have some really expensive things and some very, very povo things too. But to me, every single one of them has meaning. And that's why there's so many people in the comments. They're like, you need to get rid of half the stuff that you have. Well, on the one hand, I kind of agree with that. On the other hand, like, which one of these things do you want me to part with? Every single one of them has a sentimental value. Every single one of them has has a meaning behind it. It has a story behind where it came from and why I want it to be here. So yeah, it's hard to just part with any of them, to be honest. Maybe I'm a little bit too sentimental. I don't know. But you could say the same thing about all of the magnets that I have on my fridge, but every single one of them, like my mom made me this. Do not pet the fluffy cows. Those are buffalo. That's from South Dakota. This is from when we went to the Old North Church. My parents, or my mom and my niece and my brother went. This is from when we went to Salem, when they were here. This is when I went to Florida with my niece. This is from South Dakota. Wall Drug is in South Dakota. This is from when I went to the White House the first time. So many from South Dakota. This one from Minnesota was, I had a layover in Minneapolis, so I guess I can say I've been to Minnesota now. I mean, this one, my mom got me for my birthday, I don't know, probably 20, 30 years ago now. So, yeah, I mean, it's hard to get rid of any of them because it's like, which one do you want me to part with? And the same is true for like my New Kids on the Block tour programs. I love every single one of them. There's so many memories behind each one of these cards. They're expensive, but to me, they're worth it. I've met some of my best friends at New Kids on the Block concerts. So, I mean, yeah. And then you have the twins over here. They have a lot to say. They're very snooty. Bless their hearts. So yeah, I have a lot of stuff because I'm just really sentimental about a lot of it. But yeah, I don't think I can get rid of not any of that stuff anyway. Okay, Monday morning snow update. We got 20.5 inches. That's what the official total was at Boston Logan, which is just across the harbor. And it looks pretty snowy. Plus, we have some icicles too. That could be part of why my electricity bill is so high. I love the city with all the snow though. It makes everything quiet, which is just pretty awesome. Snow update. It is snowing again. I don't know if you can see it, but just a little bit. The aftermath of 20 inches of snow. It's everywhere. It's kind of crazy how much snow 20 inches is when you look at it like this. There's just no place to put it. There's like piles of snow just everywhere. It's crazy. Okay, the sound of the snow in my car is freaking me out because there's so much snow in this parking lot. It's insane. Can you hear that? It's too much. Listen to this. It freaks me out so much. I know it's because the interior of my car is like so quiet, like the engine is so quiet, but the sound is just insane. Here's the aftermath of all the snow. I think we got 23.2 5 inches or something like that, and it's just all piled up everywhere, even on the highway. And now it's getting to the point where it's like black and brown, and it's not very pretty anymore. Unfortunately. You see all the snow up there on top of the garden? That's all the stuff that was blowing right up by my windows. The bikes are covered too. There's just so much snow everywhere. Thanks for being here. Stay warm, and I'll see you again next week.